Anybody that's listening to this, watching this, or is going to watch this in the future, please understand we are not trained medical technicians, nor do we give a fuck about health. Hence the name Two Drunks in a Bottle.
Souls, cheap whiskey flows, falling through the night, no place to go. Broken dreams and shattered fights. Two drunks in a bottle takes flight. Empty pockets, shattered hopes, swimming liquor, drowning woes. Faceless shadows, fading light. Two drunks in a bottle outside, bleeding hearts on dirty ground, shattered bottles echo sound, no salvation nowhere found. Two drunks in a bottle bound, hit the pavement cold and hard.
What are you doing?
I was trying to get mine bigger than yours. Yours is kind of short.
No, we're playing, bro. We're just going live to go live. We're playing a game. We're seeing how high we get them here. I don't understand what you knocked that one over.
You want it stacked on
Your turn. We're building a pyramid, idiot.
You didn't say that. You said building. So like,
What are you doing? You should be stacking yours on top of mine.
No. 'Cause mine's taller now. You then.
What have y'all done? Can't be drinking. It'll make your penis small. You'll be pooping standing up. You'll start wearing a thong. And the next thing you know, your eyes goes.
What happened now? We really poop on standing up?
We don't have to talk about
Okay. I was?
Who are you?
Oh, you guys invited me last night. I was supposed to come on. But you're drunk. I promised you this episode we would get sober.
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 Sober how? Drink like water? We don't drink water. We
Don't
don't.
drink alcohol.
We're gonna do a Bud Light episode.
Right place then? I even brought the sobriety shit.
You invite him?
Really sick. Came in the.
Did the drunk handler do this?
Like an intervention.
Did you bring his grandma?
Step back.
We're going to the prayer closet.
I'll be in it with you.
Uh-huh.
I'm scared.
I mean, do we have to?
We did sign a contract.
When?
And you were drunk. I looked at y'all and I said, hey, maybe y'all should sober your sober. And y'all both said, hey, we'll do it. And I said, all right, you sign it. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then you signed it, and then you both passed out.
Huh.
I'll be back.
All right, watch out for Grandma.
Confused.
She's out there.
I'm going to call the handler and find out. This is it.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll be here.
Just let me know.
Love you. Bye.
Right. Let me, I guess, pause for a second because I'm confused. Y'all give us a moment.
Souls, cheap whiskey flows, no place to go. Broken dreams and shattered fights. Two drunks and a bottle takes flight. Empty pockets, shattered holes. Swimming liquor, drowning woes. Faceless shadows, fading light. Two drunks and a bottle outside. Bleeding hearts on dirty ground. Shattered bottles echo sound. No salvation, nowhere found. Two drunks and a bottle bound. Hit the pavement cold and hard.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Two Drunks in a Bottle.
Maybe not a bottle anymore.
Yeah, she said it. She said that. Yeah, it's true.
But our logo, it's got beer. Like,
She wants to see how the weekend goes.
I'm telling you, it's like an intervention, man.
Just for the weekend. Get your chips after the weekend.
So
2 days.
So what are you making us do?
Well, have you ever tried D&D sober?
Dicks and dicks?
Yeah. How's your sword play?
sober?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never tried sober.
You might be surprised to know that you have a long sword when you're sober, rather than a whip.
I have multiple swords when I'm drunk, though.
Yeah. Flimsy too.
I have a lot of questions.
You have
I have a lot of questions.
You have questions.
I don't think the commenters are really happy about all this. We
No.
already got a boo from Cosmotech.
What's up, Boogie? Cosmetech doesn't really matter.
Pretty sure he would have joined in if we were in Discord right about
Freaking
now.
fake Polish kid. Or, no, he's a real Polish kid. Or, no.
We
No,
get
I said
this
it right
wrong.
the first time.
Yeah, so we get it
Fake
wrong every
Polish
time.
kid. Okay. He's gonna be like this again. We do this every time he comments.
Hmm.
So he was born in Britain,
Okay.
but his parents are Polish. He lived in Britain till he was 8 years old. Does that make him Polish or British?
I would say British, considering that even though his parents Polish, he was
Thank
born in
you.
England.
Mhm.
So
Thank
That's
you.
what we said.
yeah.
What's up, Hammy?
Boogie,
No,
words of
we can't
drinks.
drag you in VC tonight.
Yeah, sorry, bud. Boogie, that's what I'm saying. Where are the drinks?
Hammy, just set this up. This guy's giving us sobriety chips as long as we can go the whole episode without drinking.
Whole episode.
What's in this cooler?
But we still brought beer.
I thought that was the Bud Light.
Bro, there's beer in here.
So we do have Bud Light.
I see Heineken.
But there's also a classic in there.
And I see Corona.
Corona. Hey, we've been on a Corona kick for a minute.
Wait, what? The Heineken says Heineken 0.0 on top. It doesn't. Is that a new Heineken? Like, is that like the?
You sure it's not beer goggles? Like, you know how I'm pretty sure that's what they meant. With the dot is like for the nose, right?
Maybe. Maybe it's like Bud Light did that Bud Light Next, where it's like their light beer.
Oh,
It's lighter.
well, yeah. So we just
How
said
do you
light
get
beer.
any
Yeah.
lighter than
Well, it's
Lighter-
missing a key ingredient.
Lighter than light beer, though.
Yeah, it's missing alcohol.
missing
Wait.
alcohol?
Just missing alcohol. Period.
Wait, like non-alcoholic beer?
Non-alcoholic beer.
Wait,
We brought the classic.
there's O'Doul's in here.
So like he's serious.
Yeah, 100%.
You're making us do this.
Yep.
There's no Bud Lights. Regular Bud Lights with alcohol.
See red top.
Mm-hmm.
Say 0. I mean,
Zero
Yeah, not the calories.
0.0% alcohol. zero sugar.
But it's a Budweiser. Hammy's gonna be upset because Hammy actually likes Budweiser. He wanted us to drink Budweiser with him that one time, and it's zero.
That's happening. Well, we can figure out what's our favorite.
What's the point of?
Like battle of the non-alcoholic beers.
Why not?
Dude, we literally ate right before this podcast, and we were making sure we were covered for drinking.
Oh, you still be covered. You just won't be drunk.
Like no alcohol at all?
None. Nada. Zip. Zero.
Not even a Smith. Is that real Corona? No.
It's
Non-alcoholic.
0.5%.
If you drink probably all of them, you might get a little. No, probably nothing. Probably nothing. One episode, and then you're done. It's over. After that, you can.
People are making fun of us. Look, they're
Yeah,
saying, "What's
we're-
up? You're not two drunks."
Yeah.
When have you ever cared about?
Now,
Oh, okay.
like
now
this
we
was
care.
our whole brand.
Very
Ugh.
close.
I just feel weird about this.
Thanks.
You give me a koozie, maybe it'll help, like, make it feel like a beer.
Pick one and pass.
Thank you.
Golden.
This show's going down the drain.
Guys, I don't know what's going on here. I was lied to.
Doesn't even fit.
Want another one? No, hold on.
Make you feel better.
Oh, that covers it all the way.
Yeah, there you go. Basically, they signed a blood contract while they were drunk. Thus, the deal was is they had to start having.
Maybe you're a
Alcohol.
lot easier to listen to when you've been drinking. I don't know if I can watch two drunks after this. If we lose subscribers tonight, we know that this was a bad idea. Doesn't even kind of smells like beer, but not really.
Tastes great
Hold on, I want to see if he dies.
inside.
There's like no kick. Nothing. Tastes like beer.
I'm trying to give it like 30 seconds to see if you croak.
It tastes like beer. There's just no kick. It's like having a cigarette but no nicotine.
Yeah.
I don't know how I
Well-
feel about this.
Yeah, Hunter, are you okay?
It's like I can drink many of these and I still won't never feel anything.
Never.
What's the point? Why do people do this?
Oh well, you know.
It does taste like beer.
It tastes
Yeah.
like beer. The flavor is there. It's just there's no kick. Maybe it's because I know that there's no alcohol. Like maybe if it was different, if I thought there was alcohol.
So I should have brought them with these already on and handed it to you.
Like with the koozies, yeah.
Probably would have got fake drunk.
It's kind of got a funky taste.
I mean, they say premium golden. I mean, Old Duels, everybody's known that name. That name's been around for a while.
Little do y'all know, this might be the last episode.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm confused.
We're not doing two drunks in a bottle ever again.
We can next week.
So we can go back next week.
Next week. You just survived this week. That's the point. You are literally surviving this weekend, then you can go
So we
back.
see this.
So when you say this weekend, do you mean tonight?
Tonight.
Just tonight.
Just tonight.
Okay.
It's like
Tonight, I
like
will
beer
literally
casting.
hand you sobriety chips, and then guess what? You can literally tomorrow morning kick it back. You do day drinking.
Been a minute.
Hot minute.
We got all those Bud Lights. I mean, may not survive. Yeah, I'm worried about that too.
Think of it like a battle, right? If you survive tonight, you get to enjoy alcohol again tomorrow. If you die tonight.
Have you even said what your name is?
No, I was waiting for you to introduce me. I didn't know if that was your kind of thing.
I don't think
we don't
we-
even know who you are.
Oh, I am Jacob.
Do we have to do like the AA thing to where we go around and introduce ourselves?
Yeah, I was waiting. I'm Jacob. I live in Mississippi.
I'm Hunter. I live also in Mississippi, and I'm a professional drinker.
I'm BB. I also live in Mississippi, and I also consider myself a professional drinker.
Are you gonna admit the problem?
What problem? Oh yeah, we're drinking non-alcoholic beer.
That's exactly what we're drinking.
fair.
What did you want us to say that we have? It's only.
You gotta admit you're a problem. He's
What-
he's done it.
What's the problem? We're professional drinkers. We're not
Right.
alcoholics.
Well, yeah, but your
There's a
liver,
difference.
you could damage your life. You lose your wife, kids. It all goes down the drain.
I don't see anything bad in this.
Oh,
Hmm.
I got nothing. Nothing.
I think my liver just adapts. The more
I
I drink
think-
it, just gets stronger. You know,
I think we've drank enough that it's like already pickled.
maybe.
Yeah, or you could have cirrhosis and didn't know.
Probably not.
Don't you like turn different colors with that, or is that something else?
Maybe.
Cirrhosis, don't your eyes turn yellow?
Yeah, I knew it was something like a
Eyes will turn
discoloration.
yellow, and then your pupils will dilate. So,
See a whole lot of yellow.
Whole lot.
Ooh.
Or some.
Maybe it's the lighting, because that is kind of like a yellowish light. But then again, I'm colorblind too, so
Wait, what?
he could already be turning color.
He had back surgery, but they meant to do head surgery on Boogie. But he's saying that he's Boogie and he's from Wisconsin, and top drinking state.
didn't y'all cover this on the y'all's last podcast with Boogie?
Yeah, but now he's saying that Wisconsin is the top drinking state.
See, Boogie's got a reason to drink. He has a standard. He has to. You live in Mississippi. There's no standard.
And then Tater or the Man Cave. I'm not actually an alcoholic. I just like to drink beer.
But does he get drunk all the time?
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Oh.
Ha, exactly. Call his ass out. So, I actually do know Jacob. Good to see you. Glad to
seeing
have,
you
finally
always.
have you on the podcast. We can end this skit now.
For a good minute.
So we're adapting to our guest.
Yep.
We are catering to our guest. Jacob does not drink,
I do not.
but likes to enjoy non-alcoholic beer. You've
I
done
do.
this before.
Yeah, so big fan of pretty much of the Zero Heinekens. Big fan of those. I used to be a drinker. I'm not one of those that's like, drinking's bad. Don't do it. In fact, I love people that drink because they tend to be the funniest. But for myself, there's a couple of health reasons I had to quit. So now my wife is an avid wine drinker. So, don't worry. There's no alcohol in the house. So, but I do enjoy the occasional non-alcoholic beer. I picked up nicotine in
Is
place
she a
of,
wino?
yes,
Sorry.
my bank account screen.
Yeah, I bet.
Because it's not the like we go to the store and we get like the bottom shelf wine where you're like, oh hey, this is no, it's like, hey, what year is that? And I'm like, no.
What
no.
year?
Yeah, what year?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
You start asking questions like that, and
It's
that's
over.
like,
Yeah, my bank account.
how many
screams.
mortgages do you have on your house?
More than I want to tell. We were at we've actually visited this liquor store and
But we're the ones with the problem.
yes. Not my wife.
Okay,
You think I'm
okay.
my wife's got a problem?
Why wouldn't you?
Nah, I'm good. I want to sleep in the bed.
You see, that's where me and other men differ. I enjoy sleeping in my recliner, so it's not really a punishment.
That's fair.
It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang out with Hunter.
Yeah, he'll literally say, "I'm gonna put a movie on." I'm like, "Oh, it's bedtime already." Okay. He just enjoys sleeping in the recliner.
All right, I give you all credit. I'll give you that.
I don't think I've ever like passed out or anything like that, just on the floor for the night.
Yeah.
I may have stumbled a lot trying to get to the bed and all
Yeah.
that, but
Bro, you
Uh-oh.
literally passed out right outside that door.
no.
Literally. We carried you to the couch.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
We did.
No,
Yeah, we did.
no, because
We carried you to the couch.
no,
Who was it? Was it Max? It was Max,
No.
was it?
it was lip.
Lip. We carried you to the couch.
No, because I wouldn't use the bathroom after, and I walked to the couch, and then you come looking for me. You're like, his ass went to sleep on the couch because I was supposed to come back. Remember?
There was a time, literally, we had to carry you to the couch. Take your shoes off, everything.
No.
All of it.
You at least have to have one bad experience for moderation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. Everyone has to have that one really bad experience to know I don't want to do that again. Or maybe you do.
BB's had the water hose sprayed on him because of it.
Believe it.
That was beginning stages of drinking.
Really?
Yep.
We had an uncle that we had to do the same too. Woke up my front yard of my house when I was a kid, and I walked outside and told my mom, and she was like, "Ah, Steve." She just walked around the house, put out a hose, and just sprayed him.
That's
It took a
exactly what
solid
happened.
minute. There you go. It took a solid minute. A minute for him to get up. I'm talking spray. I'm talking full hose spray.
It's all right, man.
On him.
You bringing back memories?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. His ass jumped up, or not jumped up. He kept looking around. And he's like, "Stop it, stop it!" And he kept yelling our names and stuff. We're like, "It's not us." He's like, he finally gets right there. He's like, "You stop it, you stop it, man." Like, oh shit.
Fucking cowboy. Horrible. Horrible.
Glad that. Not, is it happening still? Are you still doing it? Still?
We don't get blackout too often.
Good.
Some nights are a little hazy, where it's like you remember parts of it.
Mhm.
Mainly, it's forgetting that we went to bed. That's normally the one that I forget. That part.
What if
Did I
you-
go to bed?
What if you do that sober?
I've never done that sober.
I mean, I've done a lot of times.
I've never woke up and been like, "How did I get here?"
Oh, that happens too
Sober.
much. I've done that way too often.
I know I sleep better when I'm drinking.
That one's true.
So them Coronas have 0.5% of alcohol. We could see how many of those it takes.
Do like
Like
do like a day drinking.
Yeah, see how many, but hopefully they taste good.
This one's not bad. But like I said, O'Doul's have been around for
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a while. So I mean, well, even when I was a kid, that was already there.
So they, if I remember correctly, and I might be wrong on this, if I remember correctly, Old Duels used the Budweiser method in order to create theirs, but obviously it's still fermented. They just alcohol, like decaf coffee.
Don't tell me no.
No,
Anyways,
So you said that we had multiple ones of these. So how many different ones are? Did we name all of them off already?
yeah, we did.
We have.
You're sober, right?
I think so. It's still weird. 'Cause
Oh,
I want to finish the bottle so I can have another one, but my mind, the process is like the more I drink, I'll actually feel something, but I'm not. So it's
then you can start drinking the Coronas. Get something.
shit. Got like half a beer.
Gotta finish it.
and to me it tastes like a beer.
Pretty much.
I think like that would be a good one for someone that thinks they're drinking alcohol. Yeah. I think for a person that knows what they're drinking and what to kind of look out for, again, you don't get that kick. Like
This
you
would have
normally
been a good Tyler Rocks beer.
Yeah. 'Cause I forget what he started out on our podcast.
Screwdrivers.
Was it Screwdrivers? was
Smirnoff
his first?
screwdrivers.
Oh wow.
He liked them too.
I know a lot of guys that'll quit like on serious level. They'll get out of AA and they'll still do Old Duels.
My friend Jose says, "Hey, by the way, he told me to tell y'all." Wait, is your friend Jose? Is his last name Cuervo? I think that's what he
Probably,
means.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what he means. And is he silver or gold? It matters.
We
Alright.
had margaritas just yesterday. Yeah, we seen them.
So silver or gold?
Gold
Gold.
No preference.
for Jose Cuervo. Everything else is silver.
That's fair. I can agree with that.
So, we've got a new adventure that we're wanting to dive into.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've got a little bit of experience in this new adventure that we're wanting to dive into. So, I know Hunter has played Baldur's Gate.
3. Yep.
We've played Zombicide.
Great game.
So, we're looking to get into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. So, you may explain kind of the concept, or is there more like you just kind of want to go by questions?
No, I mean, you could explain the concept.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe we'll have other questions on top of that. 'Cause we'll be completely new to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know how it works.
Because like we've had a hard time just trying to find people. Like it's almost like it doesn't exist. You can't find videos of people actually just playing it anymore.
So we found a website, D&D Beyond,
Which is a great one.
that
Yeah.
we're talking about looking into.
Mhm.
We're actually going to try to involve even people in the comment section
Mhm.
right now. Most of those people commenting right now are in the squad.
Yep.
So doing a game night type deal virtually
Mm-hmm.
for an episode of this instead of always just doing two drunks.
So it's like which I'm all right. You've already got someone that's probably familiar with it. So if you play Baldur's Gate,
Yep.
Baldur's Gate is actually tied into the D&D world.
Yep.
The way it works is you have what's a class, a race, and you create a build, and that character is basically, in a way, think of like role playing in a video game. You are literally playing that character.
Yep.
And just like if you played any of the Elder Scrolls games, you're leveling up.
Mhm.
And so through that process, your character is getting stronger. And typically, the game's played with 3 to, you can play almost up to 8 people. I don't recommend it, but they've had people that'll play with 8. One of the longest going, I highly recommend for you guys to probably start with watching, is called Critical Role. They've been doing it for like on their 4th campaign now. I might be wrong. But on the basic level, what it is it's a dice-based game. So you'll create a character and you have stats. And with those, you basically roll your dice. You've got attacking and you've got other options other than attacking. So if you don't want to attack, there's such things as like you could sneak, you could move around, you can use perception to see things. Anything in D&D is open. So, for example, to give you a typical situation, let's say as a DM, which I'll be, I say, okay, there's a goblin before you. What do you want to do? Okay, obviously attacking is the first option, but you could say, I want to loot through his pockets. Now, as a DM might be like, well, he's in front of you and he's aware of you. And you might say, yeah, but I still want to loot through his pockets. Roll for it. And, sometimes the DM will take the responsibility to say, okay, I'm going to set the number that you got to roll to. Sometimes the books will give you that number. But I might say, okay, give me a 15. You get a 16. All right, you loot his pockets. If you don't get the 15, let's say you get 15 or lower, I might say, okay, he gets a surprise attack. The number one rule in D&D is there's 2 numbers that matter. 20 and 1. 20 is awesome. 20 means like whatever you want to happen will happen. You'll roll the dice, you get what we call a crit, and that 20, it's immediate like, let's say you're fighting, okay, how do you finish it? Do you behead them? What do you do? At that moment, you get a 20, your day's made, okay? Then there's the 1. You roll a 1, it's a crit failure, which means the DM's discretion is whatever I want to happen to you is going to happen. Now, there's 2 ways to play a crit 1.
Do you want an actual beer? Like anything we can do to make you happy?
Probably would. I'd be more happier. So if you get a crit 1,
you want us? What do you want us to cook you for dinner?
oh yeah, I would love dinner. Yeah, you can give me dinner, a pedicure, a manicure. I mean, sorry.
You got to do your own thing. I got all of this. He's looking out for my guy on a 1.
Because I'll get delivered that
My
night.
1's the new 20.
Well, then that's the thing about 1. So like, all right. So for example, you get a 1. Some DMs will play it as, okay, basically on a basic level, if you're getting attacked, just they double the attack number. Some DMs might go, hey, you know what? Roll a 6-sided dice. If you roll a 1 on that 6-sided dice, they might say, okay, your health went to 0.
Damn.
Roll again to see if you die. So the DM at their discretion can kind of vary how they play that. But that's the 2 numbers to always remember, 20 and 1. That's the 2 that matter. But I mean, from there, it's kind of more of like, it is real role play. Like there are some people, I've played with people that it's like, I'm going to roll my dice. I attack. And my turn. And you've got some people that are like, I'm going to roll my dice, and I am going to summon the flames and fury of the underworld to vanquish my opponent, and they will succumb to my flames. Hey, my turn. So you can get either So it's just kind of how you are, how how charismatic can you be? And there's some people, like I said, there's some people they get into it. I mean, I play with the dude one time. I mean, he came dressed up in character,
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
and it was kind of things where it's like, cool, whatever, man. But he acted everything out, and you're just kind of like, like he says, okay, I'm rolling for to sneak around, and he's like getting under the table and like sneaking, and you're like, oh,
Right.
all
Just touched my leg.
That was my leg you touched. Please don't go up any further. So yeah, it can get you can get some weird people out there, and that's kind of why lately you don't see as many people as you used to kind of doing it. If you got you get a long term playing group like Critical Role,
Yeah.
or there's another one called Not Another D&D Podcast. Both of them are great. You both need to watch them. They're awesome. Or
What's
listen
that one
to
that
them.
you watch?
It started with a.
Timmy.
I'll pull it up here in a sec. Let's see. You go ahead and continue real quick.
Yeah, so I mean, it's any of the long running guys are really good. The problem is any of the short people that start out, it's hard to get a consistent group. That's the issue. Like you got to have people that like when you say, "Hey, you want to do this? Are you committed?" You're taking, we agree to 1 week every month. You say you're doing it every week. Okay, well at that point, it's like you got to be committed. So you want a set schedule. That's a big thing too, but. I mean, I can keep going at this point. There's so much more, but the more you're going to learn is like asking questions because that's where it gets a little tricky.
So
Hold on, there it is. Corridor Crew.
Oh yes, they're good too.
They did Son of a Dungeon. That's what I was watching.
Any of those guys are great. Like, and what's cool is if you go like on Apple or Spotify, roll down the bottom and see what's suggested. I promise you, you'll find there's so much more.
So, with the dedicated, like being dedicated and such, so let's say that we had a group this next weekend when we officially start on the gaming channel.
Heard it.
when we start this next weekend on the gaming channel, we had two people that are going to play, but then they're like, "Oh, I can't make it 2 weeks from now when y'all play again."
Mm.
So, are we going to finish the campaign, or is the campaign just
Glad you asked.
ongoing
So,
every time?
There are 3 ways you can play. There's what's called a one shot. And ours will differentiate too. So, for example, if we do what's called a one shot you can play anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. I mean, you're playing one shot. It is a literal. You make this character. It's for this little one shot. You're gonna play almost 8 hours, possibly. Sometimes when that happens, like for podcasters, you may break it into 2, like 4-hour sessions or whatever. The second way you can play. The second way you can play is what's called a pre-built campaign. So, for example, you can go on D&D Beyond, or you can go to like any, really honestly, tabletop gaming stuff, and you get what's called a pre-built campaign. And a pre-built campaign will have like, hey, it should take you this long to beat it, but you can vary it how you want to.
Right.
And then after that, you have what's called a homebrew, which is the funnest. That's the one where like, if you want to bring people in and you want to have fun, like you can build on it. And what homebrew works is the DM basically creates a general story. And so like for a case, let's say let's do a homebrew. Okay. So we sit and we create this general story and the players are involved in it
Right.
to a degree. So to a degree, it's like, hey, we're going to build this world. We're going to build this map. We're going to build these cities. We're going to give these cities names and ideas. And then after we set that setting, I go, bye. And I start writing out the story based on that. Homebrew, you could do. I mean, case in point, if I remember correctly, I've seen guys do homebrews that have lasted 100 episodes. I've seen guys do homebrews that last 10 episodes. And so it's kind of one of those like, how deep do you want to get?
See, I didn't know if it was a thing like if we didn't finish, and so we had someone else, like me and Hunter would always be there, so
Right.
it would be like, "Hey guys, we're leaving." Like at the end of the night, hey, we're gonna leave y'all here. Me and Hunter are gonna carry on with our adventure.
So we call that a
type
rotational player.
deal. But then we can meet back up with them.
Yeah.
somewhere like
So-
we're parting ways here at a safe point.
Yeah. So we call it a rotational player. So sometimes you have a situation where, so case in point, so it's you two we're playing, right? Obviously it's you two. So we're playing. You bring in a third person, they play for an hour. And they're like, hey, I'm out. Okay, so in that point, I'll, as the DM, I'll say, okay, hey, this person does this. And they're gone. And we can decide at that point, like if that when that person comes back, I say, well, let me tell you what happened while they were gone, or it can just be like, they're back.
Right.
Welcome back. You know, that's typically the way it plays. Some DMs will try too much. They'll say, oh, well, I'll play your character. Never do that. That's as a DM, like your job is to already play all the NPCs because you got to think about it. You're playing the two main characters, if you will.
Yeah.
I got to play everybody else. That means the bad guys, the NPC. That means I got to do all the voices for all the goblins and such, right? So that's my responsibility. So trying to play another character who's main, it gets really difficult. And so we call that a rotational player. And so, for example, if, you know, like I said, that guy leaves for an hour and you're like, hey, we have so-and-so and he wants to jump in. Okay, we'll bring so-and-so in. And at that point, that person's in. The only deal is about rotational players is they get half the experience you get.
Okay.
So you guys, let's say you play the full session. Obviously you will. You'll get the full experience. The rotational player only gets half the experience. That's it. They don't get full because it's not a, hey, I'm marking against you or I'm trying to be unfair. It's that
They're in and out.
right. There's two dedicated guys. They should get, so for example, like when we get a boon, treasure at the end, right?
Okay.
They're not here. So you get the treasure, right?
Yeah.
Now you can decide if you want to share it with them. That's up to y'all. But at the end of the day, you two are the ones that you're going to get the reward.
So what got you into D&D?
Yeah. So my dad, when I was really young, I was like 6 or 7 years old. My dad used to go over to a friend's house named Brian. And Mr. Brian was a really cool dude. He was nerd of all nerds. I'm talking Star Wars, Star Trek, any kind of anime that came out in the 80s and 90s. And just awesome
Sounds like
dude.
Decoy.
He was an awesome dude. I mean, he
Sure his name wasn't Steve?
no, Brian.
Okay.
Brian. So Brian actually was one of the first people to play the original D&D. Like, I'm talking, I mentioned this earlier. So, the original D&D book is literally just a setting and lore. There's no, is it?
Here's a cool.
There you go.
Can't remember. This one has a bottle opener.
So my dad's best friend Brian, he would host a D&D session, having been one of the guys that played the original. And so, of course, my dad is a big nerd. And so he actually
Smells
starts
like a
playing.
honey.
It will smell like a Heineken, I promise you. Now let's see if I can open it. Out of practice. Oh, make fun of me. Oh, there you go.
No, that bottle opener, it's thin.
No, I just suck at it.
It took me to yep.
You can get
You can do it. You can do it. Ooh, he spilled.
all right, there's no
Non-alcohol
I was gonna say there's no
Yeah, you didn't
alcohol,
waste
so
anything.
Non-alcohol
I'm
abuse.
alright with that one.
Dang, Hunter.
That's a
He
weird
keeps
thing.
taking
though.
sips before we clink.
I do. That's the point.
Fucker.
I'm the AA guy. You clink. Here, you want to go across me?
It's kind of like crossing swords.
There
That'll
you
make me
go.
happy.
So
And
Mr.
about 20 died to go with the book.
Yeah, it's you do want to get the book. That's usually a pretty big recommendation, especially for players. There's a thing called the player handbook. You definitely want to have that. But anyway, so Mr. Brian, he started a D&D campaign that when I was apparently my dad and him had been playing when I was born. And I was 7 when my dad actually brought me over there to see a D&D campaign. So my dad actually played in a D&D campaign for 7 years that I wasn't aware of. And I got to sit in on their sessions, and it was really cool because, it's as adults, life sucks. So it's like they get 3 hours to just enjoy playing a game. And I think sometimes for us, it's like that's kind of the benefit of it is it's like not an escape because some people will use an escape, but it's like you get to just feel like you're playing that game, but it's like there in front of you. Not you got to be on a screen. It's like you have to use your imagination. And of course, you can have maps now, but yeah, they play that. And so when I was in 7th grade, a buddy of mine's church, he went to the youth pastor, did a Dungeons and Dragons game. He had been Dungeon Master forever. So I ironically started going to their church for that. Terrible, I know. But I would go there and actually go and play in their Dungeons and Dragons thing, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's just, a bunch of, and then, you're a bunch of middle schoolers, and so, it's like, You know, when you're a bunch of nerds, it's a blast. So then I got into my college years, and I had some buddies of mine who wanted to play, and I was like, I've never. Do we have a dungeon master? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, I'll be the dungeon master. And so from college and on, so that's, you know, I was about 18 from then on, 18 or 19, I started learning how to do the dungeon master side of it. And I enjoy playing the character. Like I had a character, literally, it was a monk, a social awkward monk. And so everything he said would be off. So instead of saying like, you know, hey, I just want to get my, you know, my foot in the door, I would say, I just want to get my crack in the door. But you know, so I had a character I had to play. That's how he talked, by the way. That's how I play my character. But then when I got into being a DM, it was like this is fun because like I'm creating the world. I mean, I can go use a pre-built campaign, but if I get to create the world, it's like you have to interact with what I make. So in one sense, yeah, it's a control thing, but it's another thing where like I don't know how you're gonna interact.
Right.
It's literally writing a story, but having no idea what the actual main people are doing. You just have to go with it. So, and I think that's the thing that makes people love it so much is you're interacting with the story.
I've seen some people carry like the big books and stuff, and I don't mean like the DM books or anything, but like I could be saying it wrong, but like a log book or something.
Yeah.
Are those like made for like just one character? Or is that why like people would bring them to keep up, or is that
Some
like multiple?
people, again, it depends on how dedicated you are. So some people, like my sister, she plays. She has literally one book per character. Like no joke. I mean, she will sit down, she'll write out like, you know, they'll have a campaign event. She'll write out like some of the notes she needs to remember and like what she gets from the campaign. But I mean, she literally, kid you not, I mean, she's got one book per character. She's got 3. So she has 3 books that depending on the campaign she's in is what she's going to have on the table. So it is recommended that you do have a book. You don't have to. Yeah. Want to stick his crack in the door. Yeah, I mean it depends on how dedicated you want to be. That's what it goes back to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're super dedicated, you're going to want the notebook.
Right.
Because you're going to want to take record of like, okay, hey, you know, because of the DM, I don't keep track of everything to a degree. I will keep track of like your experience. I'll keep track of like your special items that I give you in a D&D camp. But I can't keep track of everything to a degree.
Right. That's more of our job on that one.
Right. The only thing that I will keep track of is like, especially when we get into like if one of you wants to be a wizard or a sorcerer, right? You know, and you use a spell. I have to know like stats of the spell, the DC save, and we'll get into that here in a minute too, because we're going to want to get into like how does counter rolling and all that work. But you know, what does the DC save? What is the effect that it has? And if you're in Baldur's Gate, you're probably familiar with that. Some things have an effect.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you know, kind of get into like, okay, well, let's say we have a rollout. I have to know like what I have to roll versus what you roll. And it's better that I know it than you know it. Now, some guys will come to the table. They've read that player's handbook from cover to cover. As a DM, you're going to have to stay on top of your stuff because it's like they know their spells. They know the stuff. So as a DM, you can't, not BS, but you can't get it wrong because they're going to call you out on it.
Right.
So, but most DMs are going to play with what's called a DM screen. And what that does is that protects off what I have. So that way you don't see what's coming. If we do it online, sometimes, like for example, do D&D Beyond, I can technically keep my screen from you so you have no idea what I'm telling you is going to happen, which is what a lot of people do now. A lot of people now, it's people, we bring computers.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I like the paper because to me, it's just I can kind of write down a note. One of my favorite guys, Matt Mercer, he literally writes all of it out on a script as on a piece of paper in front of him. And then he'll have like a pad. Sometimes he might have an iPad or something, but he has it so scripted out so well. He doesn't even sometimes use a DM screen because he's so like, it's been planned so well. So that's kind of, you know, it depends again as a DM, how much time do you have to dedicate to it? I'm one of those that if I see people are serious, the more dedicated I get to it. So
That's our mouse.
nice. Give him a name.
He's gonna be dead before long.
That's good.
We'll just call him Stuart Little.
I like it. Stuart Little. He's probably mad that y'all aren't drinking.
Might be what it is.
Probably is.
Like, that's not alcohol.
I'll give you a fun one just to help you out. So, for example, Every DM again is different. So one of ours, one of the guys I play with, he actually has um, a magical tavern that the characters visit all the time, and that's kind of like their hub, if you will.
Okay.
And so it kind of gives them a place to like, you build. The other big thing too that's really big. Dead mouse on this episode. The other thing that's really big that you can do is we call it there's different terms. We call it character development. So when you got to think when you create this character, they can be as developed as you want them to be. Again, you can be like the guys like I attack, I end my turn. You can be that guy, but it's not fun. So what makes it fun is like you create a character that genuinely has a story. And so that kind of goes into what we talked about the class and rank and all that, right? So when we build our characters, for example, what probably would be the best thing to do next week if you want to do that is honestly build characters. That would be what you'd want to do. And a lot of people enjoy that because it's like they watch, especially first time guys, that's a lot of fun watching. You have to figure, okay, all right, I'm building this guy. What do I want to be good at? Because at level 1, you suck.
Yeah.
I mean, level 1, anything can kill you. And so you kind of have to figure out what do you like. And you kind of build from there. So you have rank, so you have class, and then you have what's typically called like your style. Some people will use like your race and class. We'll call it class. And so, for example, race, typically in D&D, you have the standard Lord of the Ring / any kind of special race, any kind of race you can think of.
Right.
That's what you're gonna have. So you could be human, elf, dwarf. You could be halfling. You could be, and even you can make up a race. You want to be a demon? Talking about like that TED episode. You could be a demon, right? They call it a tiefling. So you could be an angel.
Like for me,
So you could be that. Yeah. So you would be a half orc rogue. Yeah. You can be that.
This is something I did from Baldur's Gate 3. This is pretty much my character. I used ChatGPT to help try to create a custom art to it, but also start me off like a level 1 for D&D.
Yeah, so that's like perfect. So example, what you both have already done is perfect. You've already built a pre-built character that literally all you got to do now is if we get in D&D Beyond, you just you got the character on there.
Because I created like the backstory and everything. I had him kind of look over like details and like what stuff to add into.
That is sick. I'm just telling you. Like most people don't do that. Most people don't think about that. Most people just literally, the first session they'll just build a character and it's like, well, what do you want your character? Tell me about your character. I don't know. And it's like, well, you got to build something. I can't just go with I don't know. So if you can build a character, that's great. Having a pre-built character like that. Another place you can go to is Pinterest. In fact, Pinterest, people will create characters. They'll create monsters to face. I'm a big Dark Souls fan.
Okay.
So on Pinterest, people really created like monster classes based off Dark Souls.
Wow.
Guys, it's pretty cool.
So I went elf warlock.
Okay, there you go. What's your name?
Dobby.
Dobby the elf.
Dobby.
Be Dobby and Zero.
So your automatic joke has to be, I can't give you any clothes, or else you're a free elf. Hopefully you killed it. But you don't basically, I can't give you clothes. If I give you clothes, you're free. So there is
No, I think I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna be a drunk elf.
yes.
That's what I want to be. I want to be a drunk elf.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So I'm gonna be like searching people's. I'm searching hunters' pockets for drinks. Good luck.
There you go.
I'm looking for mead.
And what you could do, since you are two drunks in a bottle, every now and then, if you want to do a one shot, you can do it drunk. So you make a character knowing like, I'm gonna be drunk. I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's just see what happens. And there's people that do that. There's Drunken D&D. Actually, I think it's a podcast where like they start off sober, and it's really a one shot. So as they go, they're just kicking back.
Something that we noticed was D&D Beyond. You can not really find a whole lot of people playing it when it comes to streaming it, which we've looked up all kinds of stuff. It's streaming friendly. You can stream because you got the D&D side of it or the Dungeon Master side of it to where you can only see that,
Mhm.
and then you got us as our characters when we all join in on that session.
Because I think we found like maybe 2 videos on it, and it's like what he was saying with the DM. They get to see the map and they get to clear the area. Like say if there was fog
Yeah.
on the map, and we're just kind of there as like little character pieces, and you're able to say, okay, well you went into this room. Let me clear the fog up, and then this is what
Yeah.
you'll see now.
You can. So D&D Beyond is the very basic level streaming friendly dungeon D&D thing you can, I guess, D&D platform you can use. There are others. They get a little pricey sometimes, but D&D, as far as D&D Beyond, it's the basic. That's you won't see a lot of people stream with it because they'll start with that. You might play, like you guys will probably find out with D&D Beyond, like we might play 3 or 4 sessions and you go, this is fun, but it's like really simple. Like,
Right.
is there other, and then you'll find out there's other ones that are out there. There's people that have built programs out there that, I mean, you would be impressed. In fact, now there's even AI programs that are being come up with to help generate, like, not just the campaign, but help generate like maps and such like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're not going to see a lot of people stream with it just because it's so, it's the easiest.
Hmm.
And so it's kind of, people enjoy entertainment, right? And so D&D Beyond can be pretty bland. Whereas the further you go, you'll find that there's other platforms where it's like, oh snap, we can get crazy with this. So
I think that's the most that a lot of people have told us too was like D&D can be fun, it can be boring, but usually it all depends on the DM. Like
Yeah,
if you
if
find
your
a good
DM
person for DM, you're good.
if your DM is boring, I'll give you an example of a boring DM. A boring DM will go, I'm going to go get a pre-built campaign and we're just going to run it. And we're going to run it exactly as the book says. We call it a lazy DM. They're out there. Or they're a first-time DM. You know.
Right.
A more advanced DM, which is kind of where I'm at. I'm not kind of in the, I haven't reached the, there's not like a tier system, but I haven't reached the, I can just completely just build a complete homebrew. But there's where you start getting advanced, you start saying, hey, I'm going to take, I will take a pre-built campaign and then I'll blend it. I'll change it up. I'll change the story a little bit. I'll involve new things. I'll build the world a little bit bigger than what it was. That's a lot of times what DMs find, where you find a lot more fun. So, for example, one of my campaigns I based off of what's called, I might get it wrong, it's like the Cult of Annihilation. It's like one of the earlier ones. And so instead of it being about the undead, I brought in vampires. Instead of it being it's all based on a little island, there's like a whole kingdom now involved. And so it makes the game more entertaining. He's ready to kill that thing.
Oh yeah, he wants to, yeah.
I don't blame him.
No.
Oh.
Because he's called Stuart Little Dummy, he's friendly.
Probably not.
There he went.
Oh.
Just seen him. Went into the dresser. See him?
I did.
All right, so I'll let you explain this one. So he's, so I think Decoy made a crack of what you were talking about earlier, and he's trying to figure out like what did he miss? Like, what's he saying?
So I used to have this character I played back when I was actually a player called Celiac. Celiac disease.
Oh,
yeah, okay. I called him Celiac, and he was basically called he was a monk who grew up in a monastery. He's never been around people. He's a half elf, so he doesn't live as long as an elf, but he's lived longer than a human. And he doesn't speak in correct sentences, or he gets something out of order. And so like one of my things was like if I was trying to say like an idiom or something, instead, most people say I'm just trying to get my foot in the door, right? I would say something like I'm just trying to get my crack in the door. And so the whole point of it was like everything he said would be off. So like, someone would say it's raining cat and dogs. He'd be like, it's raining mouses and horses. I don't think you're getting it right. I try,
Yeah.
And so, that was how I'd play my character. But again, he was a monk, which monks are fun to play as. That was probably what I played as most of the time, just because you didn't have to have a weapon. You used your fist the whole time. That's what I really enjoyed about it.
Now that brings me to a question. So it's like, when I was listening to like people play and they were like kind of giving me a little hints, I guess here and there, they were saying like the best ones are the ones that like your classes, as far as your classes go, you want kind of like scattered about. You don't want to be like the same type of class.
Yeah.
All of them.
You don't. So there's two ways you can do it. You can do the I'm gonna do one class, but then you have what's called a subclass.
Mhm.
And a subclass is where you basically your class branches out. So about when you get to level 3, you subclass.
Okay.
And so think of it this way: you might be, let's say you play as the rogue.
Yep. That's me.
Well, you may not want to play as a rogue all the time. You may want to differentiate. How does your rogue play? Maybe your rogue is more of an assassin,
Mhm.
right? So think of a good way to always put this for people that are new is like think Skyrim.
Yep.
When you sneak, are you the more you like to pick pockets and steal? Maybe you're a thief, or are you the more like I like to stab and kill people? Okay, then you're more like Stark Brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how you subclass. What is going to be like your main thing as your character?
Yeah. I saw that.
So
You look lost, man.
there's a lot of ways you can do it. Subclassing is a lot of fun. That's when the game opens up. Most DMs will tell you, I'm just trying to get you to level 3. Because when I get you to level 3, that's when the game's more fun. Now you really get to develop your character. So a good way to think of subclassing is, for example, let's say you play as a paladin. Okay. And again, this is where you build your character story. So, for example, one of the guys I used to play with, he played with this paladin character he built forever. And the story for this guy is amazing. Again, one of those notebook guys.
Yep.
This paladin was a guy who used to be the paladin of Pelora. It's one of the gods in D&D. You can make up your own, or you can go with one of the ones in D&D. And he honored Pelora, which was a goddess, and he was devout to her. And then during the campaign, at some point, he just snaps. And he basically, in a sense, loses faith. And so he becomes what's called a fallen paladin. Well, that's a subclass. And so now it's like his armor goes from the shining glow, and he's in dark armor. His shield's got like a dragon face on it. He carries a giant mace. And they've been playing for so long, his character's like level 15, and so like they're fighting some pretty big monsters. But like his character is like, the way he plays his character is like he's lost his faith, and he doesn't give a crap anymore.
Right.
So like his character is like OP. He can't sneak or nothing, but like you want to talk about like attack damage. Oh, his guy, like whatever monsters they face, he's the tank. And then, again, that comes down to like building your character story. You got to think of it. Every little thing you do, you can kind of have a reason for it. That's the other thing too. Like you can create a reason why your guy's good at this.
Okay.
You in Skyrim. And again, I use that because that's the easiest thing to kind of use for people. It's the easiest thing to jump from because that's just kind of the most modern form of D&D in a video game other than Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Which is rare. Like a lot of people just playing it versus Skyrim.
Yeah.
A lot of people played.
So, in the Skyrim, you give a reason why you do what you do. Like if you're going to be a mage, you're going to specialize in something. But you're giving your character a reason why he does this.
Okay.
Right? It's the same way in D&D. Like, why do you want your character to be really good at pickpocketing? Is there something in their past that we don't know about? Right?
Yeah.
Or is it, your character's really good at pickpocketing because they're developing that skill. It's a desire, right? And the two ways you can look at that is either you can openly express that reason or you can just keep quiet. That's the cool thing about also being the DM is like, to a degree, characters can have some secrecy that I don't have to know about. Now, I got to deal with when you bring it to me.
Right.
There can be some shock and awe, but a lot of times you can keep things from me. And so, yeah, example, like people love Skyrim. Skyrim is one of those games that like, if I was to say you wanted D&D visually, Skyrim's a good place to start because it gives you the idea of like, how do I play D&D? Okay, well, I'm in this world. It's in a campaign setting. And that's the cool thing. So Skyrim brings in a really good element that D&D loves, and it can be hard, but it's side quest and history.
Yep.
Like you might, great example. I might start you on a main quest, and you guys might say, you know what? Screw your quest. We're going on a side quest. I, as a DM, am going to say, okay,
Right.
we'll go on a side quest. I'll build you a side quest. You're going to come back to the main story, but we'll go on a side quest, right? Or sometimes even during the main campaign, you might get off track, and I, as a DM, either got to steer you back or say, oh, let's just see where this goes.
Right.
Let's just See what happens, right? That's what's so cool about being the DM is like I can be flexible. I don't have to be rigid. I can be, and there's some DMs that are, and they're great DMs, but you know, it can get those don't tend to last. The campaigns and the characters don't tend to stay as long.
Right.
Whereas a flexible DM, what you should be doing is saying, okay, hey, I'm gonna, you know, a great way to look at it is like as DM, I might say, I'm gonna write out the first 3 weeks. Then I'll base the 4th week off of what happens maybe a little bit in the 2nd week.
Yeah.
And then I'll twist some things after the 3rd week.
Did you get to learn a little bit about the characters and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
And so like you'll probably find out like the first when we do. I'll probably kind of have it preset. It doesn't mean that I won't kind of mix around with what y'all do,
Right.
but I'll have a preset way things are going to go, right? Because one, I got to teach you.
Yeah.
I got to get you comfortable with it. But two, because I need to make sure we're establishing a story.
Yeah.
Then from there, it's kind of like whatever happens, happens, you know? And a lot of the pre-built campaigns have gotten better about that. If you go back and look at like Dungeons and Dragons Edition 3, like it's so story linear.
Yep.
Whereas like now in the 5e edition, like there's so much flexibility.
A lot more branches to go out.
Yeah.
for.
One of my favorite ones, I won't say the name of it, so if we ever play it, you won't necessarily know, but like the main story is the undead are coming back. I mentioned this earlier, and I threw in vampires, right? Well, there's like so many side quests. There's a tribe of werewolves that might have the key to stopping the undead from rising. But in order to get to them, you got to go through a couple of other things that are on the side that you kind of have to follow, right?
Right.
There are certain characters that you meet that might deviate you off course on purpose to throw you off. I'm actually currently in the process of writing a campaign, my first homebrew, and it's one of those where like the whole purpose of it is I'm trying to create something where there's a main story and then I've got to prep for stuff on the side.
Okay.
So that's kind of the way you want to look at it. That's the best way.
I imagine as a DM stuff, you kind of want to get a vibe of the room, like who's all playing and stuff, and what all they kind of want to do. Because you might have one or two people start talking, and like you said, kind of get off quest or whatnot. But the rest of the team, they're ready to keep on going. So you have to be able to be like, okay, I'm forcing it back. Versus if the whole table is in on something, you're like, okay, let me just kind of follow along a little bit.
What you want to do is this is why it goes back to like you really don't want to play with more than 8.
Right.
Critical Role has done it well with 6. 6 is considered if you've got dedicated people, you can run a campaign with 6. Preferably running it with 4 is like the perfect number. 3 is you're gonna get everything done. Like you will finish the campaign most likely with 3 people. Where it gets tricky is for example, like with this situation, so let's say we play with 2 people. You can do 2 people for 3 or 4 episodes because you're building the characters, you're getting to know each other.
Right.
You guys will have to kind of find your groove. I'll have to figure out what your groove is. But then you want to start bringing in rotational players and letting them kind of get the feel for it. Because what'll happen is the same thing with like y'all's podcasts. People know your groove. Like they know what to expect when you come on.
Right.
When they see you play D&D for a little while, they start figuring out like your groove. And what's great about having like a chat is they can tell you like, you know, when it comes to being in Dungeons & Dragons, the chat isn't God. But what the chat is it tells you like, chat can be just straight up bloody. They can say, your character sucks, you suck at acting, get better.
Right.
And it's like, I probably should get better.
Right.
So that's where like, that's what's great about having a chat too, is like, they can tell you when it's like, your character, you really need to figure it out. Like you suck, like get it together. And then they also, at the same time, will fall in love with your character where it's like, dude, great choice. I love this character. Like, oh my gosh, you built him well. Like, oh, that was awesome. And that's the other thing too, is like building your audience in D&D, especially in the more virtual world. You want an interactive audience who gets captivated by what's going on, because then all of a sudden it's like, for them, it's a story that they get to watch live.
I think like Quarter Crew, when they did the Son of a Dungeon thing, that's what really caught my attention, because I knew what D&D was, never really had much interest, especially didn't have anybody that just knew about it. But after watching that one, I was like, okay, like this doesn't look bad. Like I can actually see myself playing something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a good job of showing like them being at the table and their characters being with the CGI and all that.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
So I always tell people, look at the first episode. Kid you not. Some guys will say this, some don't. It's like the first episode is being a virgin. Like your first episode, you're a virgin.
Yeah.
You are literally. It's like you're gonna be awkward. It's gonna be clanky. Do not expect your first episode to be one where it's like everybody's gonna remember it. They're gonna remember like where it started, but like people just first episodes never remember.
Yeah.
Especially when it's first time. But what's great is like as long as episodes get better, as long as like not necessarily not necessarily the quality, but as
Right.
the character development, the DM, all that's getting better, the game just gets more fun.
Right. If you have a good story, that's going to catch a lot of people's eye too. Is like, okay, I want to figure out what happens next. and
Exactly,
stuff.
yeah. And that's where you want the hooks and the catches. Like as the weakest area for a DM that you will run into, and it's the hardest, is how do I create a hook or how do I become deceptive? How do I not make it feel like we're just rest, attack, rest, attack?
Right.
Because that's when it gets boring. Is if it's just, okay, we're gonna rest. All right, now on to the next attack. Now we're gonna rest. Now we're on the next attack. You've got to find ways to interact.
Make it seem like an actual story versus
Mhm.
just like you said, like linear. Just,
Yeah, if you go, and like I said, first couple episodes is gonna fill in you
Yeah.
because you got to build the world. You got to figure out where the characters are.
And then you got on top of that a lot of questions that's going to be asked. and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, like you're gonna find like our first episode. You're literally gonna butt in when I'm saying, and you're like, hey, I don't what.
Right.
What did you say?
I can see
what
that.
happened?
Me and him are going to be looking at each other the whole time, just like,
I don't know. Do I go with it? Do I ask questions? And a good DM is gonna let you ask questions.
yeah.
One of the rules is if you're going to ask questions, always let me know it's out of character. Because that's one thing. Like as a DM, you're in, and so like you need to know like, hey, when it's out of character, saying hey, out of character real quick. Now as you progress, you'll find out you won't have to say that anymore because I'll catch on like, okay, he's asking me something, and I know it's out of character. He's not asking me something in the game.
Right.
But the first couple times, you're going to want to go like, hey, this is out of character. Can I ask? Yeah.
That's a good little side note for that.
Yeah. A bad DM will not mention that, and then you'll ask something, and they'll just look at you confused, like, and it's like, I don't know when the right time to ask. I don't know this.
Right.
And so having like rules set up beforehand is really beneficial. So,
When do we get naked?
oh yeah. So typically, the way it works is you'll play D&D,
Mhm.
and the whole time you're playing, you're undressing.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then if I kill your character, you're getting gangbanged. That's how that happens.
By who?
Yeah.
Well, the DM and anybody he brings.
So you're bringing people.
Oh yeah,
How many?
enough.
I'm down.
Okay. Yeah. He's like, I'm killing my character immediately.
Yeah. Yep.
Starts game, falls on sword and dies. When do I get gangbanged? Yeah.
Stole the wrong motherfucker's song.
Stuff like that. And that's the cool part though, is like you'll find there's a range. Like some DMs, like I'm a DM, I'm like, you ain't gotta be clean. We can be funny. Like that's the thing. Some DMs take themselves too seriously.
Right.
And some players take themselves too seriously. That's the other thing. Like if you have a DM who's really funny, but the characters are like, no,
This is my character. This is how he acts.
it gets boring. I mean, it gets
Yeah.
really boring. Same way, vice versa. You can have some guys like you guys. You have great banter, right? So if you have that and your DM's just all like, "Are you done? Get back to the campaign." It's like, don't kill it. Don't kill the vibe.
Right.
Keep the game going. Build off of
Hunter,
that.
take your fucking socks off. I want to smell them. Do it.
What you say?
All right, you got to roll. You got to roll for it. So
Yeah.
that's the stuff you'll find too. Like as a DM, that's the funnest thing to do. Is like, okay, so example, he says, "I want you to take your socks off." Are you going to take them off willingly, or are you going to do it, or you're not going to do it? Oh, okay, you're not going to take them off. Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll to see if you can take them?
Absolutely.
And I'm in the DM. I'm like,
Romeo
okay,
one,
DM, I'm
critical.
thinking in my mind, I'm thinking immediately. I'm like, okay, what's the number? I got to figure this out. What's more fun?
Right.
He rolls a 1. I'm be like, well, you don't take your socks off, but you do take something else off. And for him, he might be like, yes, that's even better. But that's
That's
what you
him.
build off of. Like that's where it gets fun. Is like, and especially one of the favorite things that you get really invested is when you're battling the DM. That's the fun part.
Well, I told
Because-
you about that with like the Ted thing.
Yes, like
Yeah.
that's when it's fun because when the DM is like,
I don't want to fight this demon. I want to fight
like,
the
you
DM.
know, like that's when it's fun because it'll be like, okay, example, one of my favorite examples is you're fighting a dragon, right? So the DM's controlling the dragon, you're playing your character, and it's like you only need 17 more hit points and you're dead. You have no idea about the dragon. And the DM's just back there just like, I just can't wait, And one of the things is a good DM, this is a rule. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you need to know this. Good DM doesn't want to kill your character. Okay? I will try, but it's not that I want to. I want to see your character develop. If I, as a DM, am just killing your characters nonstop.
Yeah, well,
You're
I've
pretty-
already
you're
got
pretty damn-
names picked for my characters. as
Oh, so you
go.
got backup characters
Yeah.
already?
Dobby. So I got Dobby.
Yeah.
And I got Dobby 1.
so,
Then Dobby 2.
so
You got a lot of brothers and sisters,
Funny
I
story.
see.
Funny story. So we had a campaign, and there, one of the things there's called an artificer. Basically, it's kind of like a high tech guru. And the guy and the DM was not prepared for this. He said, "Hey, I'm going to clone myself." DM's like, "Roll and see how many clones you make, but you can't play it. You can't. They all can't be at once." He said, "I know." He rolled and he got like 15 versions of himself. So what does he do? He dies. He's like, "Oh, you gotta make a new character." No. I cloned myself. And the DM went. And so
15
literally,
times.
he just writes his name, number 2. I mean, and so I think he died like 4 more times. But it was like every time it's like, you gotta make it. You cloned yourself. That's right. So stuff like that. But that's also fun for the DM.
I got Dobby, Robbie, Bobby, Snobby.
A lot of cousins and brothers. But that's a lot of people love that kind of stuff too, where like you want to throw me off. Right? Like that's where it gets fun for them, and as much as y'all is like, you want me to go, I gotta figure out how to answer that. And it's a good DM, you think on your feet. But there are times like as a DM, you gotta sit back and go, yeah, I gotta think about that. Because that means that's how you know the people that are playing the game are like invested. Is when the goal is like, how can I stump the DM tonight? You don't want to do it every night, but how can I figure out how to poke a hole in what he's doing, just so I can
like that.
you like that, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna remember that now. Every time we're playing, he's like, huh, right now, yeah. Poke a hole in the way he's building it. Yeah, see, exactly. That's how every time now. Poke a hole, yeah. So, and for a DM, that's fun too, because that forces me to have to
Oh, I bet.
stay in. Yeah, oh yeah, I love poking holes. But it keeps me entertained. The gangbanging is involved. We love poking holes. Immediately gonna kill his character, just waiting for it. So yeah, I mean it's one of those, like, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, first game gonna be awkward, a little clanky, but then as you roll and build your character, you'll love it.
Don't wow me. I know you're wowing me. Or, oh, no, you mean World of Warcraft. That's what he's talking about.
So World of Warcraft's also
That's what he meant
great.
by wow. Oh. Of all things for BB to remember the game by.
Poking holes. What are y'all playing tonight? Poking holes? Dicks and dicks. But World of Warcraft's also a great example. Like, it's
That's not what
probably.
he meant.
Oh, well. World of Warcraft's a great
He
example.
was wowing me.
He's wowing you, yeah.
I just went
Well,
nerd side of it. It was like, no, he means World of Warcraft.
safe choice.
We brought up earlier about Skyrim and stuff, like how it's close with Baldur's Gate 3, but more people had touch with Skyrim because, like, I know you were a big fan of Skyrim.
Yep.
Like, you would sell the game and buy it like every other year maybe. If
Yeah,
not.
I'd get bored with it for a little while, then I'd sell it. Then about a year later, I'd be like, I want to play it again.
Yes.
I'll go buy it again because it stayed cheap.
Well, I mean, it's like, it is literally, it's baby D&D.
I just need to get it for my PC. I've never gotten it for my PC.
And there's actually some really good mods for Skyrim that like kind of make it more.
Oh yeah,
D&D.
I'd be driving a car and
Yeah,
stuff.
there you go. Well, I don't know if that make it more. Okay.
No,
yeah.
no horse.
Horse is a car. Okay.
No more horses.
He's gonna roll for that now in the game. He's like, I'm running a horse. Can I make it a car? I'll let you. If you get an at 20, I'll give it to you. So, and again, the DM is at discretion of how much he's willing to allow. That's another thing too. Like, there's gonna be times where I'm gonna tell you no because it's like, this would really screw the story up, so I can't let you do that. But then there's times where we're like, this will make the story fun, so let's just see if you get it. So, for example, one of my favorite ones, just kind of like giving stories to kind of give you ideas to bounce off of. So, in Not Another D&D podcast, one of the characters decided they had just done a task for a god, and the one of the characters was like, "Hey, the god gave us this much. Can we see if I can more gold from the gods?" like treasure
What?
chest, and he's like, "This is a god, right?" You realize he's like, "Yeah, I'm trying for." He said, "If you roll a nat 20, I'll give it to you." So guy rolls, doesn't get a nat 20, and the DM just goes, "So," of course he's playing the god, and he's all like, "You tried to steal from me? I smite thee." And so when he smites his character falls off the mountain that they're on top of and breaks both his legs. And so for part of the campaign, like one of the episodes is literally like one of the characters has to carry him around because his legs are broke. And they're like, we could just heal your legs. He got smited by a god. Healing his legs don't just work like that. It ain't gonna just get fixed. So then side quest, they got to go find someone that can, heal a guy whose legs have been broken by a god, right? That's the entertainment value too, is where it's like, big risk, big reward, right?
Right.
So that's where again it makes the game fun. So, and like I said, that's what makes people want to listen to it. Is where it's like, again, if you just go rest attack, the game's boring. But if there's character banter, there's just so much. People love it. It's I hate to say it, it's not that it's dying. D&D isn't dying. But the problem is there are people who have done it for so long that people that want to get into it, it's getting harder.
Yeah, I feel like there's like tight circles now.
Yeah, like once you kind of have like, and again, I'm not picking on these guys. They're great. I know I've mentioned their names 1,000 times, but there is a downside to them. It's like guys like Critical Role, like they're amazing, but they've done it for so long and they kind of corner the market so well. I mean, like they are even building like campaign stuff that you can buy, right? That it takes away from small groups that want to do it and want to invest in it, because trying to gain that following, that continual following, bigger groups just pull immediately. Because yes, they have, for example, Critical Role. All the people that play are all famous voice actors. They've been voice actors in games and TV shows and cartoons. So you go on there like, I remember that guy from such and such. Like the guy who plays one of the characters, he's literally the voice of like 6 or 7 people in Fallout New Vegas.
Damn.
The NCR, he's the NCR guy. If you ever play Fallout New Vegas, there's the NCR guy. He's got that weird like grumbly tone. But it's smooth at the same time.
Yeah.
Kind of that's him. He voiced that guy. He plays. And it's like you'll hear his voice, like, oh yeah, I know that voice, and you get sucked in. And so it's harder for the smaller groups to kind of get it going. A lot of times the way it grows is it's going to take word of mouth. Like it's going to take chat going and saying like, hey man, this is D&D and it's awesome, and I know the guys, you should get on, like you should come watch,
Right?
And again, they may not get, obviously I know you'll have like a certain group that, but you can start getting other people outside that they can come in. And what's cool about the group is like they're the original people that saw the story from the beginning,
Right.
and so for them it's like being the first person to be there, right? Other people get in, they're like, oh man, I gotta go listen to episode 1. Yeah, but you just don't know what episode 1 was like when I was there. But episode 1 was kind of clanky, yeah, but it builds everything. Like it gives the entire, like I understand, and then it's like you have something that happens in like episode 30, and it's like, oh, that's for episode 1. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Like, whoa, I forgot about that. Like that's when people really start going like, I'm into it. So yeah, it can be a lot of fun, and you can do it for as long as you want. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, and you could take breaks. Typically, there's, and I'm not even saying take breaks where it's like you got to end the campaign. Like sometimes you have like hey, we're going to take, we're skipping next week. We'll come back after that. And, so you don't want to burn yourself out, because that's the other thing that happens is you have people that come on and they'll build, they'll build this world, they'll build this campaign, they'll get started. They'll go and they'll go and they'll go, and then they just get burned out. And then they don't finish the campaign. So you do want breaks. There's another thing too, because your DM needs time to like, okay, hey, like I gotta.
Right. So much stuff happened. I gotta try and rework this a little bit. So
yeah. So that's kind of the cool thing too, is you can take breaks, step back from it, kind of build on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. And you said earlier, that as a character and stuff, you ought to take notes and stuff. And I think it's for that moment too, where if you take a break, you can read your notes, and be like, okay, this is what I was doing. Okay, this is where I stopped at.
That's a super big, and again, like I said, you can do it by pad, or you can bring a computer. Yeah. Like creating those notes. I had a guy when we played as my youth minister back in 7th grade, back when like computers were just getting that quality. Like he'd pull out one of those little they're called. But it was like a little tape recorder. It looked like a tape recorder, but it wasn't. But he would record it, and then he could like he would record it, and then he would play it and type notes while he's listening to what we went through, so that way he could keep track. So I mean, you can do stuff like that. It's just whatever's beneficial to you as the person. I, as a DM, I'm not going to set how you do it.
Right.
You know, if you forget something, for me, that's beneficial.
Yeah.
You know, you might get a magical weapon that could have helped you later, and I'm like, oh, they forgot about that. Oh, this makes it more fun for me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's. Oh. Coach, see, she's calling. She's out in the backyard.
It's not his grandma. Hey, Ma.
What was you telling me earlier?
You're live on air.
Seriously, what?
Yeah, we're in the middle of Two Drunks in a Bottle, but it's our Two Drunks Go Sober episode, and we're drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Gotta be happy.
All right. Goddamn time.
We're even getting sobriety chips at the end of this, but there'll probably be an actual cold one that gets opened up afterwards.
Oh, are you gonna change the name of the podcast to Two Dumbass Mormons or something
Oh,
like
hell.
that?
No, we're still two drunks. I'll call you back after we're done. I'll call you back. We'll be done in about 30 minutes. All right, I'll call you then. Bye.
See where he gets it from, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Mormons tend to be. Anyways. It's also funny when they show up at your house, and that you open the door and you forgot that you're wearing your bathrobe,
got a
but you're
funny
not wearing
story.
anything under it.
I got a funny story about that
And
one.
it just unravels, and you don't do it like not on purpose. Like you don't do it on purpose, not a purpose thing, but it
Yeah.
just unravels. And there's a part of you that's like, I should feel bad about this, and there's a part that's like, I don't. It'll make you go away. So,
All right.
We used to leave our front door open,
mhm.
but our storm door would be closed. We had a group come in, didn't knock, just came right on in.
Yep.
And me and Hunter was there. I went and got the gun and had it on my side.
Because I just woke up. I think I was still on the
Oh,
couch.
yeah, I wouldn't be-
laid
And we were
down.
like, it's not very smart in the South to like come around and just walk into houses.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And then we were like, we got alcohol. Y'all want to take shots? And like me and Hunter started pouring shots. And they're like, yeah, we got to go.
yeah, we gotta leave.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the picture. It's not a joke. There's one where it's like, there's dudes at a table and they're playing Uno with Mormons, and it's like, if we win, they got a drink. If we lose, we getting baptized Mormon. But he shows the hand. It's like he has nothing but like Uno reverse and +4. So it's like, so yeah. But aside from Mormons, which you could play as a Mormon in your game if you wanted to, that'd be a fun, interesting story. But I mean, yeah, the greatest thing about D&D, man, is like it's really just how invested do you want to be?
We'll see after the first episode.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it's not one of those, like, as a DM, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, we get on the first episode and you're like, I ain't feeling it, and it's like, understood. It's not for everybody. Like,
Well,
there's
I
just
think
some-
we'll make it. Like,
Yeah.
Me and Hunter are the type of people that we'll make something out of nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
For the moment, we'll just get talking and we'll end up adding like something for you to just catch on to and be like, I can work with that.
yeah.
you know?
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, too, is like, again, it can be. You might play 10 episodes and be like, this is cool. Let's do 10 episodes worth of it, and then we're done.
Right.
Or you might be like, I'm cool with doing this periodically, you know. And so it's kind of you'll find out at the first episode. You really will find out after the second episode. The first episode, you're going to sit back and go, I liked it, but I don't really know how I feel about it. Second episode is when you're like, yeah, I'm really into this. Or like, I'm okay with doing this occasionally. Or you're like, hell no.
Yeah.
the goal, as of right now, the goal is to start rotating our podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll have our podcast like this weekend. Next
Mhm.
weekend we'll have the first episode
Yep.
of that.
Yep.
And then just rotating in and out.
Yeah.
So it'd be twice a month
Okay.
that we
And
would do it.
so what would be best is probably like you do D&D Beyond and start there. Some people, you know, like first episode, what they may do is like, I mean, it sounds silly, but what they'll do is they'll lay like literally a map on the table and they'll get, you know, some figures. Then play it that way, just the first couple episodes to get the feel for it before they go on like something like Beyond or something like that.
We're going straight beyond.
Heck yeah. Well, and I'll tell you, like,
Because
look,
our characters and stuff populate on the map.
yes, that's the best
all of
part
that.
too. Again,
And then you're moving us around.
all the stuff now is so much better online. Like it's like when I started, which we all remember the internet back in the early 2000s. Like it was like but as we have gone further, you find that it's like, oh, this is like, wow, they've come a long way. This is impressive. So, oh snap, the Budweiser Zero.
There you go.
I'm just going in the order that we put them in the cooler.
I've had Heineken all the time, so I know how it goes. I'm interested to see this one.
'Cause, yeah,
I heard this one is horrible.
he'd asked me about the Michelob, and I was like, for me, I was like, I don't think I'll do Michelob. I said, I can see myself doing Heineken. He's like, well, hold on. He's like, he's either doing Michelob or Heineken. He's like, I gotta go ask him. He hit me back. He's like, yeah, he's doing Heineken. I was like, okay. I was like, I'll do Budweiser.
Yeah,
'Cause
Heineken I'm super familiar with.
I do Bud Light, so I was like, Budweiser I can knock out. Yeah, right.
So, all right, you made Dinky with you this time? Part of it?
Oh, now you're gonna be a part
I
of it.
mean,
What's it smell like? Does it even smell like a Budweiser?
I feel like a Budweiser is a little bit stronger.
Well, I mean, Bud Heavy, bro.
Yeah. But this one, like, I really don't get that.
Do
The
you get a
full
Bud Light smell?
No, I won't claim it with Bud Light. A beer,
I don't.
maybe.
It does not have a Bud. It doesn't have a smell.
It doesn't have a Bud smell at all.
I've heard this one's really nasty.
We'll find
Now
out.
we've
on
drank PBR too, and that's the nastiest fucking beer.
We got a story on that
ever.
one.
Oh.
Reason
We
why
missed
do it.
last year.
You did. I ended
You
up
did it,
catching
did
one.
it?
Yeah.
We got a buddy that passed away.
Okay.
He was a diabetic, and he was sick, like sinuses and stuff like that. He got sick
Hmm.
and was taking a bunch of like sinus medicines and stuff that were making him sleep a lot. And he slept through his insulin pump going off and ended up going into a diabetic coma. But his favorite beer was a PBR.
Okay.
So every August, at his anniversary date, wherever it falls, we may do it the weekend before if it falls on the weekend, that weekend, whatever. But we'll buy a PBR and drink a PBR.
Back.
They're a pain in the ass to find.
Yeah.
The place we had was that one bar we went to. They had it on draft, which I was the
Fueling
first.
Station. It's Sidecar Cafe now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
But
played.
they have it on draft.
when I was in a band. We played there. Yeah. That's,
They had it on draft, and it is a lot better on draft. It's not as harsh on your stomach.
good luck, everybody. Oh, I was in the middle.
You gotta.
Oh, he didn't drop it, did he?
He didn't drop it.
You gotta tap the table.
We get people. We make people here. You gotta redo it.
Mm-hmm.
This is for the ones not here.
I know I drink non-alcoholic beer, but that one sucks. That one sucks bad. I would drink a beer for that one. I've had Buds in the past. I hate Budweiser, but I'll tell you this:
This is limited edition. That means that eventually they're going
No
away
way.
with these.
yeah, they should. They should. I recommend. I know some people are like, let's get rid of all zero alcohol beer, but that one can definitely go.
They did have a lot of these too.
They did.
You wonder in hell if that's like the joke. Is like you get there and you want a beer and it's like, aha,
No,
zero
no.
alcohol.
That would suck.
Okay, so far, O'Doyle's least, but I'm gonna put it in second now.
Okay.
So Heine's the favorite.
So, did you really care for the O'Doyle's? Because you said least.
It was my least, but now I'm putting.
Well, no, I got what
Put
you're
in-
saying. I was just saying, like, what did you think about the O'Doyle's? Like, would you, if you had to do non-alcoholic, would you do an O'Doyle's? Or you
That's-
just didn't care for
If
it?
that's all I had,
So you really just didn't care for it? For me,
but I'd pick that Heineken over. the
Heineken
O'Doyle's.
definitely had more flavor to
I'm-
it.
I mean, Heineken's what I drink. Old Duels. I wouldn't even rank this. Wouldn't even rank it. I'd be like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm putting it in last.
like
This
it's-
is going in last.
Yeah.
It's
I don't even know if I'm gonna finish this one.
I'll end up chugging mine.
not gonna finish this one. You want to chug mine?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I thought so.
You want to chug mine?
No, I'm good. But yeah,
I
I
don't
actually
even
like
know
the
if these are
O'Doyle's.
gonna be good on my fucking beer brats. Okay, like I don't even know. Like this might turn my wiener gay.
I told you. Might fall off if you keep drinking. Might
Yeah,
get
if I
gay.
keep drinking this.
Well, I thought that was just with the ones that had alcohol in it.
Yeah.
There's a whole plan involved.
Can you divulge?
No, I'm the DM.
You got to roll for it.
Wait, are we playing D&D right now? And we don't even know.
You know the campaigns that y'all are right now not drinking.
That's the
right
campaign?
now. Right now it's happening.
I choose not drinking
I'm proud of you.
anything.
This is where I should have brought dice.
I was
Just
about to
for
say,
fun.
here in a minute, he's going to pull out a thing of dice.
I
and
should have
fuck it.
brought dice. I almost did.
I'm not drinking anything.
But yeah, I do agree with you though. This definitely goes in last as of right now. O'Doul's I actually don't mind. O'Doul's aren't bad. Heineken definitely has more flavor. I like Heineken overall. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
This one's rough. Yeah.
I'm not as a person that drinks non-alcoholic beer, that's a no.
Yeah.
I'm out. So
And then you grabbed what?
Decoy's on to something there. I doubt he'll remember as he is sober. I tend to forget things more when I'm sober than when I'm drunk.
but we will definitely have to rehash everything next D&D.
Well, the good thing is if we do it live and stuff, we'll actually have the video saved on YouTube
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Well, he's probably going to come in and like be fully naked and be like, Dicks and Dicks, right? And I'm like, no, Dungeons and Dragons. And he's like, oh, that's next podcast.
Wait, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons and not Dicks and Dicks?
Yeah.
This is what y'all been talking about the entire. I was wondering when the sex play was coming in. Like,
Oh,
I thought that's what we were rolling the dice for.
is that why I heard the weird animal sounds out there?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Where's the real stuff? Guinness. Zero. You had the Heine Zero.
I really don't care for Guinness.
I'm not a Guinness guy either.
I liked it with the Irish car bomb, but that was about it.
I feel like that would be.
Yeah.
It's already stout
Yeah,
with alcohol. At that point, isn't it just coffee?
pretty much.
Yeah. It softens it up. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't just drink Guinness, plain.
We actually, one of the guys that I used to play with, he was a big, like I'm talking about, he would drink the whole thing of Guinness, and I'm just like, oh.
That's how I feel about Jaeger. Jaeger, I don't do it. That Appenzeller, however, is a lot easier. Because the story on that one was like we had the bottle that was given to him or whatnot. We did an episode on it, and he wanted to do a Jaeger episode, and he was like big on it. And I was like, dude, I just don't care for Jaeger. I was like, I'll do it, but I'm not going to be happy. And he's like, I'll cut you a deal. He's like, we do a Jaeger episode, but you can use Appenzeller. I said, I'm in. Finished that bottle of that episode. He's like, now you owe me a bottle. Luckily, one of the guys helped me out and ended up bringing him a new bottle. He's like, this, not yours. I was like, all right.
I told you the deal I made with the company I work for.
Yeah.
So I made a deal with the guy, some of the Swiss guys, that when they come back for the SAP migration,
Mm-hmm.
that they all owed me a bottle. And it was like 15 of them guys.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want any more Appenzeller. Bring something else that's only sold over there back with you. So I'm curious to see how many of them bring me something back that
See-
remember. Now,
You messed up.
they've
though.
had phone calls. Like, people have had phone calls. They've been like, hey, is Bronson still remember that we owe him a bottle?
You messed up though. You didn't say they could all bring the same bottle. You just said they couldn't bring Appenzeller. So what if they bring all of like just one bottle?
I guess we're like,
That's
I think
weird.
Swiss are known for vodkas.
German beer. Yeah, I really can't give a opinion on that.
I've never had German beer. I have a uncle who was stationed in Germany. He said German beer is like, some of it exactly dirty and warm, but some of it is like, it's good, it's stout, so it can be. We're a little more poppy here in the United States, so
Mhm.
I go anywhere to drink beer. I want to go to Ireland to drink beer.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, so I have a funny story about that. So I had a teacher when I was in high school. He probably ain't gonna watch this, but his name was Mr. West. Cool dude, awesome dude. Like, I mean, I don't know how he's a teacher, dude. All right, so dude played high school football, played 1 year at University of Florida, broke his leg. Was gonna be like wanted to play professional football, and he's built like a professional football player. He played defensive end. Said, nah, screw this. So dude goes over to Ireland, attends the University of Dublin. Okay. Gets his degree there, comes back to the States. Oh, his degree is in choral, by the way. He like sung. comes back to the United States, gets his master's from the W Women's College, and literally can speak full blown Gaelic. Okay, like I mean, full blown Gaelic. And you want to talk about a dude that like could, I mean, talked about all the drinks he had over in Ireland. Crazy. I mean, he said it was like one of the coolest places. So, anyways, he taught me for like all of 3 years. He went back to Ireland. He plays minor league over there. We would call it professional. It's minor league baseball and minor league football. He's a blues country singer and sings all the American blues country hits over there in bars. Married an Irish woman, and I mean, like, you want to talk about a dude that's like always got a drink in his hands over there because that's what they do. Always got a drink in his hands. I'd be like, that's a dream. That's a goal. Go play minor league football and minor league baseball.
Hey Tater, we're not going to North Carolina for vacation this year. We're going to Ireland for vacation.
You
this
should,
year.
yeah.
Only me and Hunter though. We're not taking everyone else with us. We're not taking the kid and the wife.
Yeah, you do all the drinking you could do.
Yeah,
There's
there's a lot of drinking.
There's a
there.
bar. It's really cool. There's a bar that sits on the border between Northern Ireland and Ireland. If you know anything about that, you know Northern Ireland's Protestant,
Okay.
Ireland's Catholic, and it's like the religious thing is kind of a mute point to a degree.
Mhm.
But there's a bar that sits on the border, and like they have both what they call them Northern Irish folk, and they have Irish folk that come in and like drink together. I mean, like that's like their how they bond is they just drink together. So it's really cool.
That would make that bar pretty famous too, then.
I'm trying to think of the name of it. I watched an episode on it on BBC where they're talking about like famous places in the all
Big
over
Black.
Europe. No, no.
Sorry.
I thought you were on to something.
Kind of scared to check his search history.
Yeah, please do.
Please do.
Yeah, you need help.
Is it kind of like the big black dick card and like what's that card game everyone plays? Cards Against Humanity. Is that like the superior card?
Yeah, I can see that.
If you play that card down, you win automatically.
Hey, maybe.
I mean, that's how we used to play when we played Cards Against Humanity. Like if someone played that card, it was automatically like, okay, yep.
Samuel Adams. No, we didn't. Our next and last one would be Corona.
Yeah, which has 0.5%. You have a little something.
So we were talking about this, so this is actually kind of good. So like you notice, like some of them say it's 0.0.
Yeah.
Some say it's somewhere between this amount. I think that was what the Coronas. Maybe it was one of these that they said they weren't exactly sure. It might have been the O'Douls.
Yeah.
If you were to drink these while driving, is that still considered open container? Because there's no alcohol, so would it be considered like Pepsi? Now, my thing was, like with his, it was the 0.05. I told him, I was like, you still have alcohol. I was like, mine says 0.0. I was like, so if they wanted to say something to me, I'd be like, look, they have it branded as 0 alcohol.
I feel like you couldn't. Okay, so let's go by the rule. All right, so there's two ways to look at it, right? You could say, well, you're drinking a beer. Okay, but if I'm looking at the way you do like a DUI, it's based on my what? My blood alcohol content.
Yep.
If there's no alcohol in it, I'm not breaking the law. Like that'd be my mentality with it. Is like, well, you're drinking a beer, but there's no alcohol.
It's like I get a Pepsi can and I get this. There's 0 alcohol in here. There's 0 alcohol in here.
Exactly. That would be my argument. If like
That's what I said.
well, there was a guy like so. Have you seen the Heineken commercial? Like the dude's sitting there drinking a beer. A cop comes up to him and he's like points at the 0.0 and he's actually at a parking meter for too long. But like the point is like there's no blood, there's no alcohol. It's
Right.
yes, it's a beer. You want to fight that battle, sure, but I don't think you're going to win that case because again, the way you do the test is on my blood alcohol content, not on the fact that I drunk a beer.
Be like the only time someone that would actually do the blood test.
Yeah.
Be happy about it. Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, give it to me. Well, it's like my uncle Steve. I told you about the one that my mom sprayed the hose on. Like that dude, I'm talking about. He would drive. I had to ride with him one time. I'm talking about a dude that like he was a Budweiser guy, and so like it would literally be like, here's the Budweiser, here's him driving. He'd finish it and then pull it out and put another one in, and I'd be like, aren't you worried about getting pulled over? He's like, I just tell him it's cocaine. I'm like, but you're drunk all the time, and he's like, looks over, he's like, I can be so. Kicks it back and I'm like, okay. So. Growing up in the backwoods of Martin, Tennessee. There you go.
So have you had Samuel Adams?
Yeah. So I mean, I've had yeah, and so this is pretty cool. So what this person pulled up. Yeah. So it contains like it can contain up to like a 0.5% alcohol. So they have a trace amount. So yeah, I mean exactly what they
You
said.
notice they didn't put king of non-alcoholic beers on there.
I see the little crown on the opener though.
Well, that's because they have a ton of Budweiser ones.
When I was in, have you ever been to the place there in St. Louis, the factory? It's really cool. I guess I couldn't call it factory, but it's pretty cool place.
This one has to be good.
I bet you it will be.
Yeah, it's got.
What
a little bit
everybody
of
go get
alcohol
some
in it.
lime. I got lime juice in there. Do we need lime?
I'm good on the lime juice. Yeah. No, if it was actual lime, maybe.
All right, this time I'm gonna do it right. I promise.
Doesn't smell.
Sounds like Corona.
Does smell like a
My
Corona.
second favorite beer. So that
All right.
ready?
Try it out.
Think it. Bang it.
Think it. We were talking about Rhett and Link earlier. 'Cause, I pulled up YouTube and he had seen like one of the videos. It's not straight Corona, no.
A little odd.
It's a little off at the end. It's a little bitter.
It's like, it's literally like, we've all been there, right? You see her face, right? And you're like, oh, she's kind of hot. And then you go down and it just, that's what it's felt like. Or it's vice versa. You see the body, you're like, oh, okay. And then you go up to her face and you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that
Non-alcoholic
felt.
beers generally not 100% alcohol free, as U.S. regulations allow it to contain up. So all of the ones except for this Corona were 0%.
Yep.
Mhm.
The Corona is
Well, O'Doul's said it was under 5%.
Mhm.
yeah under 0.5%.
So
Yeah,
O'Doul's,
yeah,
the way they do theirs, which is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Under
So
half.
you know they're done by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
And so they have a rule. They don't put the 0.5% or the 0% because they don't necessarily gauge it. They just know by their process it's going to be between here.
That's why I told him. I was
Yeah.
like, I can understand that because it would be hard to try to narrow it down to a single
Yeah.
percent. And they're probably just like, it's in between there.
That's why, like with Heineken, it's like I get it. You say 0.0, but it's like you can't really for 100% say because you got to think it's still fermenting. There's still a process, right? So you're going to have traces, just like they said, trace amounts
But that 0.5% of alcohol,
isn't gonna
like 2 beers in an hour, that'll put you at 0.08.
yeah.
One shot of whiskey will put you at 0.08.
Yeah.
This 0.5% on a beer, you're looking at each beer is 5.5% or 5.3%. So you're looking at you have to have 20 of these to equal, or not 20. You have to have 10 of these
Yeah.
to get one beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd have to drink 20 of these to get to the legal limit. But by the time you go and drink 20 of these and you go and take a piss, you drank out some of that percentage, or you pissed out some of that percentage.
Yeah, that's a good call on that one because most people wouldn't think about that. But yeah, it would be like drinking a whole 12 pack just to get one beer.
That's beautiful. Like it was like the moment where I saw you put the genius cap on and then it took it off.
I was waiting. I was like, yeah, you got to do the math. You done brought it up. But he made it. He got it there. Depends on your driving skills. Yeah.
Am I allowed to get up and go pee?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there like
No.
okay, cool. I didn't know there was like a. I
There
gotta
is
do
a rule,
secret. What's the
no.
rule?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I can't pee. Oh, okay.
You just get up and pee. You don't ask.
Right here,
Yeah.
just at the table.
As long as you shoot it across the other side of the room, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want us to
Are
get
you
fined
coming
on
back
YouTube.
naked?
Yes, always.
All right, well,
Yeah.
we'll be naked when you get back then.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be OnlyFans later?
Oh, that's
Later,
what we're
when it
live
gets
on
dark.
right now.
Oh,
Did we already merge over? I didn't.
I gotta get stuff out of the
Or
car.
did you not hit it?
I gotta get
No,
stuff
I
out of the
didn't.
car. I'll be back.
All right, sounds good.
No problem.
We'll get you the pillow. Yeah. I actually put the pillow on his chair.
Yeah. So I think that D&D, we'll see how it goes. But I mean, we've got Polly interested in doing it. Tater's interested in doing it. Decoy, he'll have to look back and pull out his stone tablet and see if he still has characters made.
So that's gonna be a thing for me, is like trying to make multiple characters just in case, because that's gonna be a thing. Like if your characters die off, like that character is dead. Not, I'm pretty sure like there's some people that they probably played as a campaign, like, oh, I died in this campaign, but he'll come back in the next.
It's like it's a different realm, not realm.
You're in the right
universe,
spot.
multiverse.
Yeah, universe. Oh, yeah. So universe, yeah. But I mean, I think it's kind of cool to come up with different characters, because like you would have, like, say if you did a book or whatnot, you would have your book to that character, and then if they died off, that's like his whole story right there. Like you got to tell him from start to finish, and be like, that's how he died, and then this person or this character was born. You know, it's gonna be hard, like coming up with different classes, because you can always do the same character almost. You know, add a couple different traits, I guess, but just follow that same class. And I think for me, I would want to pick a different class each time, just to kind of give more diverse characters.
I guess
Yeah.
it still makes you pee like regular beer. I haven't had to
Mhm.
open up my floodgates yet, and I'm 4 deep.
Well, you
Going
could be
4
going
deep.
off because you stepped out earlier and you were gone for a minute.
I didn't pee though.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you were gone, like, on camp, because I think Paulie was around. Yeah, I didn't know, like, he watches Rhett and Link, which, I mean, they're wildly known. We were talking about, like, their first episodes and stuff like that, about them being in the house and the garage. Yeah, that's what I kept hearing too.
Thing is, it's not where I thought it. It's got to be inside of this.
I told you, yeah. I said either inside or under. Yeah, we're definitely looking into D&D. Sounds like we got enough people right here, and, you know, we have our characters and all that. I think it'd be kind of cool doing like an episode and having like Discord running in the background. I think what really would be cool if we did do like the Beyond and had the map set up. Perfect timing. Is if we did do this episode and we had people on Discord and stuff, and if we were able to set up like a online map. Oh yeah, figured you might need it later. So if we were able to do like a map, say like someone has their computer, and then we can set up our computer over here, because, you know, we have 2 laptops we can hook up for this TV, is to have like a map that anyone and everyone can view,
Oh yeah,
and then just have this running in the background so everybody would see like just the map part.
That's
I think that would be
genius.
cool.
yeah. No, I unfortunately is
Oh,
I have a
shit.
bladder of a child, so I have to always pee a lot.
But I imagine like if your goal was to drink to get drunk on these, then yeah, you're gonna piss a lot.
Yeah,
'Cause it's gonna take a while.
good. that'd
We
be
have
fun.
one. Hunter has one.
I don't have one on me, but
But
It's-
do you still have it?
if I don't have it, it would be in the storage. But technically, I have it somewhere. I would probably end up just buying a new one though, because you know, too much time.
Forgot to mention, I would have brought all the stuff from the car, but I forgot that I traded cars with my wife, so I have the kids' diaper bag.
What does it have in it?
So, diapers for that,
Anything else?
wipes,
Mm,
a
okay.
nose sucker.
Oh, getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. Getting somewhere.
Okay, I figured you might like that.
Okay.
No suckers.
I guess my kid right now is wearing a latex diaper.
Latex.
Oh, I told you I was bringing the latex.
I don't really like latex. This feels weird.
Huh.
You thought it was for y'all?
Bring anything else?
No.
What's in the bag? Is that
Want some
everything?
yogurt bites?
We might be able to use melt them.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Okay, we're
yep,
getting
following,
creative.
Following.
All
Following.
right. There's a backup pair of kids' clothes.
We can't do anything with the clothes.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's all really. Hot Wheels.
Is there a pacifier? Anything that we could use as a butt
He
plug
actually
outside
hates,
of the?
he hates pacifiers.
Hey, we
pacifier.
got a little car. We got latex. I'm seeing a little
Okay,
something.
we're making something here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Somebody's googling right now, like, what do you do with?
We got options right now.
I'm killing that mouse tonight. I swear, I'm killing that freaking mouse tonight. That's all I hear is it over here doing something, but it's not in. It's not behind this. So it's got to be in that.
Yeah.
Cool episode. Just turn the podcast on. The whole point of view is just you're finding the mouse.
Get a little GoPro and all that.
Yes.
That episode wouldn't last very long. The minute that Joker came out,
Okay, so what you do is you get drunk first, and then that's the episode right there. Drunk
So-
guy versus mouse.
Should there be a D&D episode where like there's a giant mouse you have to fight?
Well, there's gonna be one now.
Oh, 100%. It's happening.
like, are we talking Master Splinter?
Yeah. Look at that.
I mean, so can I be a Ninja Turtle gone bad?
Is there a
There's a turtle species. There's
Okay, I was about to ask. Yeah,
Dude, anything you can think of, they have made a race out of. Like, I'm not even like, they had a series that came out that was space based. It didn't do well, but like there was, you could be a monkey, you could be a hippo, like a space hippo.
Like a hungry hippo?
Yeah, and a space rhino, or it might be either rhino or hippo, but she could be one of those. So, and then there's like a space, there's like obviously an alien species, but yeah, I mean, there's like, you can go on like tonight, whether sober or drunk, you'll have a laugh. Go on there and look at all the different like species you can find. There's people that's created so much out there, ridiculous.
So, like, as a DM, do most DMs like allow just any species, or they usually follow like certain rule books? I don't know like, how that would work.
So you go one of two ways. You can strictly follow the rule book, which I mean, starting out is probably the best thing to do.
Right, I guess getting the lay of the
But-
field.
Honestly, sometimes what DMs will do is say like, "Hey, if you want to make your own species, that's fine, and we'll base it off like the stats of a
Okay, yeah.
you know, so of a class or race." I mean, that's again, it's as you can get as crazy as you want, you know, or you can be as basic as you want. It's kind of like going to Starbucks. Either you can be a basic white girl, or you can go out there.
I think we're gonna have some fun.
I'm not about basic.
Only room I talked about now.
Well, I think it's been a really good episode.
Oh, thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
We covered a lot.
No,
Hopefully you had fun.
I did. So proud of y'all.
Oh, we get them.
You get them. I know you're probably going to give them back to me tomorrow, or probably here in the next minute. So, but proud of you for this
We got to hold one at least.
2 hours.
Are we done?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, go ahead, drink it.
I gotta finish mine first.
Thank you. I'll wait so I can have that one back.
It was fun.
Yeah, thanks. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all got that long.
Told you it wouldn't last.
Hey, you know what? You did a great job. That was 2 hours of your life that you.
How does
somehow-
it taste after having alcohol
It helps.
with the non-alcoholic?
You
That
probably.
helps.
I was gonna say it probably makes it better. So, see the difference now? Presses you, don't it?
It doesn't make it better.
Yeah, didn't figure it would.
Not really.
But
I figured that was the only way to get you to drink it.
I'm sure now they're gonna.
In
be like,
this order. In this order is from
Yeah, O'Doul's gonna
here.
be second.
I would. Yeah, I would agree. I would say. Tiny thinks that's one I always drink.
Yep.
O'Doul's, Corona. I mean, I wouldn't. That's. I'm sorry.
That one just gets thrown away.
I don't understand.
I don't even know if that one's going on my wieners.
I would probably put the O'Doul's at that.
No, I'd throw the Heine on.
Tiny on the weenies.
Heine on the weenie.
There you go.
He's like, yeah, I'm taking my Heineken's back. You don't get to Heineken's.
Oh.
No, you can have that. You can have
No,
it.
you got
You're good. I don't need.
You only
to take
got two.
it. Oh well.
You got a 6-pack. We had about 12 packs.
Well, you can have it. It's my gift to you since I made you have alcohol-free beer. You know you're going to use it for your weenies. You Heine on your weenies.
Till next time, guys. I'm the Delta BB.
Dom Hunter.
I'm just glad to be here.
Catch y'all on the next one.
Our souls, cheap whiskey flows, falling through the night, no place to go. Broken dreams and shattered fights. Two drunks and a bottle takes flight. Empty pockets, shattered holes, swimming liquor, drowning woes. Faceless shadows, fading light. Two drunks in a bottle outside, bleeding heart. cigarettes. All regrets, no safety nets. Loud and reckless till the dawn. Two drunks in a bottle gone. Bleeding hearts on dirty ground. Shattered bottles echo sound. No salvation, nowhere found. Two drunks in a bottle bound. Bleeding hearts on dirty ground. Shattered bottles echo sound. No salvation, nowhere found. Two drunks in a bottle bound. Bleeding hearts on dirty ground.